2024 in January. That's the biggest one of the year probably for most.
Yeah, I'm really hoping that we enter that one. Yeah, you're right. Like, it was really, I think it's the one aspect of sim racing that really embodies what we as an organization do, right? Because if, like, I'm sure you, like, Jason has talked about it, Diesel's talked about it, everybody's talked about it, but when you get pulled out of the military, like, most of the time you get pulled out and it's your career, right? This was your career. This is what you saw yourself doing for the next 20 years, 10 years, 15 years, like, that was what you were going to devote your life to, and all of a sudden you're ripped away from it. And you're not really left with the support system, for lack of a better word, that you have when you're in the military. Like, you don't have your fellow soldiers or airmen or whatever you want to call them. They're sitting there with you, that are supporting you and that are helping you out with the situation. You're just totally ripped out of it, right? And so, that's why the idea of everything is to put everybody back into a team environment where you have a team and you're working towards a common goal, right? Because that's one of the most significant parts about being in the military is everybody's working towards the same goal. Generally, everybody wants to achieve that goal, and they're not, like, they want to do it as a team. Generally, they want to do it as a team, right? Like, that's a whole another path that we probably shouldn't get down, go down. But the idea of team racing really goes into that, right? Because now you're taking all these people and you're putting them into a team to compete against other people, right? And now they're back in a team environment. You're back supporting each other because you don't want to drive an overnight stint by yourself, right?
Yeah.
So somebody's going to be there with you and just sitting there talking to you, keeping you sane. And so it seemed like, for me, that was the most obvious way to that was an obvious next step, I should say, in the program, and saying, look, we're starting here, now let's move into this, right? And so that's that. Right now, it's kind of still a prototype or in the pilot phase, but it seems popular enough that I want to keep it going.